Variety is reporting that former 90210 star Jason Priestley is set to direct a feature biopic of former Saturday Night Live comedy star Phil Hartman to be titled Nice Guy Phil. Producer of the film, Tyler Levine, said the following about the project: "Comedians are notoriously complex people, and Phil was no exception. Anyone that knew him always says that he was the nicest guy they ever met. Christian, buy or sell a biopic on the late Phil Hartman?"
Oh, what a buy. Big buy. I love Phil Hartman, and does this guy deserve to get a movie about his life, man? One of the most talented and underrated, not only just comedians and people of all time. I mean, he really wasn't tragic what happened to him, and the mental problems that his wife had, and it ultimately led to his death. And it's interesting that Jason Priestley is doing it, and a lot of people don't realize Jason Priestley's been doing a lot of directing, and it's kind of the career that he's want to go. And that's one of the reasons I buy it as well too, because I want to see, because this could be one of those movies. Remember, Ron Howard was Opie for a long time.
Yes.
And when Ron
Opie
Howard
Cunningham
started directing, Opie's directing movies, and the next thing you know, you don't think of him as Opie anymore. You think of the guy who directed Rush, and I was in Our Heart to See. He's Apollo 13. He's a great director. Now, could Jason Priestley be the next Ron Howard? I don't know. But what I'm saying is that it gives him a chance to this kind of material. If he can churn out a great movie about Phil Hartman, he'll get himself on the map, because this is a story that should be told, and it's a story that could be told with the right actor. Big buy.
I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such films as A Snack in the Pantry, A Cannibal Story. Yeah, Phil Hartman did so much great stuff he will be legendary to me forever because of what he did on The Simpsons,
right.
Voice on The Simpsons, but also legendary to me. No one else will remember him for this specifically when you first think of Phil Hartman, but his small role in So I Married an Axe Murderer as the Alcatraz tour guide. I still laugh myself sick every time I see that movie and see him. And then he had that, what was that show, Radio? News Radio? News Radio that he was on for a long time. Yep. Of course, he was one of the best performers ever in a great era of Saturday Night Live, and such a tragic end to his life that is I still don't really fully understand. I don't think a lot of people do, but I love this notion. I want to see a story on this guy's life, so for me, it's a buy.
Yeah, as long as Jason Priestley doesn't cast Luke Perry to play Phil Hartman, I am so locked into this, because like you guys have mentioned too, I think he's the 5th greatest Saturday Night Live cast member of all time, and an argument can be made that he's the greatest of all time because he was such an anchor for everybody else to go do their crazy things. And anytime you're doing sketch comedy, you need somebody to ground it. He always did. Go back and watch the Matt Foley motivational speaker sketch where Chris Farley gets to be maybe the funniest we've ever seen him. Phil Hartman is one of the reasons why that sketch works, because he doesn't break character. You need somebody like that. He was the epitome of professionalism. So the fact that he's getting a movie, regardless of how good or bad the movie's going to end up being, I think is long overdue. Jason Priestley directing is something that I didn't really consider. I've always thought of him as Brandon Walsh. Love him as Brandon Walsh. So this is a fun new adventure for him. Fun fact, if you watch the Van Halen Hot for Teacher video, the voice of Waldo is Phil Hartman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good to know.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.